Nothing.
Oh, Nottingham.
And we're part of the London Sports and Social Club.
Right. Nice though, we have football over in North West now, really, do we?
110 yards.
That's just what we want then, isn't it?
It's fine.
It's not that one, is it? So.
Yeah, that's it. I think, yeah, Gareth I'll have seen that.
And just to trick you, the breech block is held on by metric and 332. Just
Yeah.
Watching now.
Make more sense.
Well, I must admit, Dave, I only got 4 out of yours.
I've got 9 out of balance.
No,
Not in the sorry, damn fat. You get 4 out of mine.
I've got 4 out of your action.
So once it's apart, I'll take the barrel off as well, just to make life a little bit easier. Plus the fact I'll show you how the barrel comes off. That's interesting. Always good to use a soft vice. This is literally, if you remember the old leather bottle covers, I think we still do them now. That's all that is, just Velcro onto the vice. It works. It does to me. That's really loose. Don't know why. Already. Two short ones on the bottom, they're all 2 mil. One bit that they did do metric.
You're making it look so easy each time.
I know, I've done it hundreds of times.
The nickname is Brittany.
Brittany?
Yeah, but whoops, I've done it again. I joke.
Stop!
I joke not.
Too fiddly. As you're putting it back together, or someone is, or you're up, I will obviously help you with that. Or not. On breech block, and normally when pellets get behind there, you just basically shake them out, clean it out, and re-grease it. Yeah. I'll tell you what will be special. Taking all the sears out. That'll be fun.
I don't do that. I always forget which way you go back.
What, the sears?
Good.
Right. Yeah, it's literally one of these. I'll just put some pins in it. Yeah.
It'll take me 10 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
The half.
Up a valve, please don't drop in this if you don't do it.
Yeah, you will put that all together in 10 minutes.
That's not open valve for the rifle in the road now.
Yeah, it still is in one thing.
That's so we can come up with it.
The trigger's coming off anyway, so it really doesn't matter. around. Hopefully enough bits will come back to put it together again. What's your favourite bit?
That same thing. It's in the wrong. It's our problem.
It makes sense to put that together. That ridiculous. Still only a bit of grease on there to oil it. Yeah.
There's a lot of engineering gone into it.
You don't really need to, I do.
I can. You see me? The Mark 1 Huntsman.
Mine tend to be a little bit different to anybody else's, to be fair. So,
Do massively tuned the Mark 1. Not very tuned. These. I shot one of them. I got the original. I did a lot of testing. And I got the original. The first one.
I think if most people try to do research, you'll be left with a bag of bits. You'd never get it back together again.
Once you've done it a few times,
Yeah.
it tends to then have a shot that.
I've found that with my rifles. You strip them down enough times, you do get to know they're using the old parts.
Shot and second nature.
I will say, the first thing I do when I get a new rifle is check it from now on.
Yeah.
First time I get a new rifle. And if it's found to be over in any way, it has to be dropped.
Yeah.
So then you take it apart.
This is the harbour valve, effectively. And there's flat side, there's a dish side, and it's that taper that fits into the dish.
It's getting the tool for this.
Yeah, and the easiest way is to sort of, you can see where that goes, so I'll let you do that. And then we'll gas test it at the end, see if it's okay.
He's good at gas.
Perhaps not. Screw that up.
Hey, this is easy.
Yeah.
It's all the way up.
Yeah.
Once you've done it, okay.
And don't over tighten, just nip it, that's what you need to do. It's under spring tension so it won't come loose.
It's much easier with the appropriate tool. Instead of a pair of long nose pliers.
Yeah.
Okay. Where we go? Take this pin out. It's the slingshot. I always put the screw back in. The reason for that is so I don't lose it. No other reason for it. Okay. And that, of course, is going to run alongside that.
Yeah.
Because the screw will stop that coming backwards.
Run it dry as well.
Yeah, don't ever lubricate
Don't ever lube
these.
it. If you lube it, you'll get variations in power between 0 and width.
Dave, don't put the screw in your mouth, you might forget where you put it.
Thank you, don't
You
want
haven't finished up with bits left, have you?
No.
Well, you will do today.
Right,
I
okay.
can guarantee you that.
I'm liking the encouragement. Right, we'll put the sear back together. You've got to be careful, this is a bit, this is fun and games really. Watch that spring doesn't fall out, and that's your hammer sear, that's the first sear. That will go at the front. So effectively, before you do it, let me just show you what I do. Once I've got down here and find out where it is, I will then generally feed one of these through, and then once it's fed through and it's retaining, I'll then push it back with the pin, and that way it goes through the seal. You with me?
Yeah.
So you need to spring it the way around. You can see where it goes down in there, yeah? A point.
Yeah.
The spring's going to be there.
Okay, we just slide in or just drop it?
First, well, I'll try and tease it, basically. This is the most trickiest part about the assembly. The rest of it's easy peasy.
That's okay, that's what I'm doing, I think.
Okay, now you need to do, I have to get down and do this as well.
Yeah, line it up.
You need to line it up. And because it's under spring tension,
Yeah.
it wants to fight you.
Yeah, makes sense.
So, you got that? Well done.
You're now rebuilding the Daystate trick today.
It'll never work again.
Well,
It will.
It won't be easy.
we're going to try it at the end anyway. Well, I'm not going to put air in it, but yeah, so if you sort of tease that back.
If you get pellet stuck in it though, the thing is with it, if you take the breech off, generally speaking, you can come out, and if you do,
You got it?
Yeah.
need to
So
get
that's the
hammer
first
out.
steering.
If you take the balcony off, just push the seat
This
down,
one,
you can drop
what would normally be is a bit of grease in there to
Yes,
hold the spring.
yeah.
So this may decide to go its own way, but we'll try not to let that happen. We might just be about okay. Again, now you want to line up with the second hole on that sear.
So that's going that way then, yeah?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Watch the spring.
Once the spring doesn't drop out.
It has to.
Good man.
What's grease?
Bit of grease on it.
If we need, I'll tell you what, start knocking about.
Not as big as the 185s, Dave, are they?
Nah, not far off.
It's just,
Or even a 155.
the only reason for this is just to hold it in place. No other reason. That should hold the spring now. Well, long enough for you to.
Yeah, that's better, thank you. Does that fit?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. All you're looking to do is line that hole up with that hole there. Yeah. And again, we need to find the key that you just used. Well, the pin.
If you look at
We ring those out.
yeah. Where's your tool for?
But polishing seals any imperfection.
Where's your tool for?
Which tool?
Yeah, what tool for?
Yeah, to a box somewhere to unlock it. Is it tight already?
No.
Yeah.
That's the
Pin
tool.
to start with, work.
Is it fighting you?
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
That's the worst of them all, that one. It doesn't like to play.
It doesn't make, you don't want it to be floppy, do you?
No, but it's just it's a bit of a pig to line up again. And you need 3 hands.
I think it went in another time.
And also, one edge is chamfered.
Ah!
Really easy.
Did you spot the deliberate mistake?
Yes, I did. That's zero rotate, free to rotate where the others aren't.
So if we get
Sometimes they just fly in.
You do,
don't they?
yeah, very
It's me, isn't it? That's why.
Take them out first.
And the final one, just drops in. So you're going again for this last hole now, in alignment.
That's the easiest one. Usually.
And that spring has stayed on thus far. Push it down. Yeah, you got it?
Yeah.
Give it a wiggle. There you go. And don't forget the chamfer. One's got a big chamfer, one's got a small chamfer. I say big, it's not much, but every little helps.
Again. That's it.
There you go. There's a hammer there.
How many of these do you want a day on average?
Me?
No.
I was going to say half of one.
There isn't really.
Formula shift.
Manufacture or repairs.
Manufacturer.
We do 2 builds a month, and it could be a different gun. So we'll do a run of 500 of something or 600 of something. It's called the build list, and it's made up of 2 parts. So you'll do the first build list, which is different production lines, so different guns, and then I'll move on to the next one. But it's basically all back order driven. So you know that's all markets, not just the UK market, obviously. Right then. What we could do now, in fact, I'll make a bit of space there. Ooh, where's those other ones gone, mate? There.
This is what Dave meant by, do you ever leave any bits?
All the time. Always left with spares, just in case.
I wonder where the 3 screws got appeared from.
No, we haven't got
Where
that.
the hell did these go?
Yeah.
You know
We're in now.
when you squeeze the trigger the first time and the entire valve and assembly flies over your shoulder.
there you are.
There they are. Oh, yeah.
You found them there.
Yeah.
This is a bit tricky.
Here we go.
First of all, we'll get a key on that. If you get a key on that to start with.
Yep.
Insert.
Oh,
You spot the deliberate mistake?
Yeah.
You did?
When you told me, yeah.
Yeah. This will go to see it now, can I? That's the problem.
Yeah, we have to get them.
The way over.
Push it down.
I've done that 2 or 3. You must just do it. You no matter how many you've done. Push that down. That'll the block off again.
Can you do that, Don, while I try and pull this back?
We've got the hammer in backwards, basically. We've got the hammer in backwards.
Take the block off.
I told you I got caught.
You went, we've all done it.
What,
I've
again?
counted the number of times I've done it.
Again?
I just loosened the trigger block screws and lift the lock out.
What, the screwdriver?
Yeah, you want a smaller one than that one?
Yeah. I spent half an hour fiddling trying to get that sear back. And then I thought, no, 2 screws, lifted the bloody thing out and slip it back.
Yeah.
No.
Figure sears can be a sod, they can't.
Well, it's much easier when you go it on the vice. I'm sitting there in my study with it on.
Now I can see more now.
Do it.
We should just pull back.
Pull back. Pivot on it,
Will it not pivot?
Let's just have a look.
Try that.
It's in it's aligned, but it's just stuck.
All you have to do is just take that with you now.
Yeah,
Feel it, certainly.
I can't see me ever doing this, to be honest.
Yeah, but what happened
When was the last one that was
99% of the time,
really
you will never have to
handled?
take
Wasn't
a
it?
lot.
CRMN.
That's right.
From what, sorry?
I didn't
Well, it
realise
was-
just how much.
hand
It
done,
was.
start to finish. Must have been a CRMN.
I just didn't realise.
Oh, try me.
There's so much in there, isn't there?
I wasn't
There is.
here.
There is.
But,
But it's like, I never take all the screws out. I just, on the end cap, I just whiz them out enough just to get
Yeah,
it back up.
yeah.
yeah, I took them out because you have to get the hammer out.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So this bit's under tension.
Yeah,
And did you have your little Allen key with one? There you go, you got one ready.
yeah.
Yeah. I'll help you with this because it's a fiddly
I'm
bug.
glad you will.
Alright. Okay, it's going to go inside here, yeah?
Yeah.
In fact, why not just start them slightly?
That's
just,
what I
just start.
Just start them in, just give it.
Yeah.
Well, they won't win that.
No, 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 this one, side.
Oh, no wonder.
Yeah.
All right.
The end cap's held on with two side
That's
screws,
element
but
of
also the two anti-tangle screws as well.
Standard Royal Mail issue, thick elastic.
Put a breech on and then.
I'll do it, just don't go too far. The same with the other one. Yeah.
Never tie them all tight and then just whip them
Now,
down.
fed up in
You know, the
It's on for the Allen key and the grove.
Simon,
Yeah.
did Vauxhall do some engraving on that special edition? You know, Vauxhall Ladies?
Yes, yes, on the,
Yeah.
I've been to
what the hell was that called? Pop, the B&E.
Yeah, I've been to their works
yeah.
and seen that engraving machine working. It's fabulous.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's a laser machine, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's laser, but
That one's in too much.
it's the difference, you know what I mean? It's like, you're going to see bloody what's it, Don Bloxage. He did some work for Daystate. And, oh my
Right,
God,
you wanna go
know,
for
it's
the
all
side screw?
I mean,
Yeah.
proper.
Doesn't need
Yeah,
to
I've
be
seen
tight,
that.
just so you
Oh, it's
know.
not
Yeah.
big, big
Yeah.
difference.
Just flush with the surface.
Oh, right, yeah, okay.
The spring tension holds it up.
telling me.
Oh, do you? On the other
My
side.
mate had a gun made there.
You have to hold it in place because it's still
Oh,
leaving
that's
top
it.
of
About the spirit
And he was telling me
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
only
yeah.
3 of those engraving machines in the country and you
Okay.
can't use at the Royal Mint.
Voila.
That's what it does, isn't it?
Shows you, yeah.
No, it's two in the top, is it? Oh,
They save thousands, you see.
Yeah.
Yeah, what we'll
I've
do
been there
is,
about 8 times while that gun was being made.
I'm amazed.
Just box it on there.
Blocks on the side of these 12.
Normally you use silicone grease
It's just
lift.
like
Yeah.
a cover.
Yes, yeah.
Always, when it slides in the
Yeah,
threads, the
the
threads
side
have got it.
plate.
You see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This is just a
Yeah, I've
Training.
seen all that training. It's good, it's good, isn't it? You know, it is. You can train. Oh, we are looking
right.
I got told that they were just for
Right, now the little swing and everything, see as we go, the little ball bearing down there. Ball goes to there, and over there, that one goes there. They're all different sizes, but you get to know where they go after a while. Yeah. Normally we'd have a lot of grease on here, particularly Disney black or something like that. But yeah, effectively that slides back through there. Yeah.
Yeah.
What we would do then is, if you did take this off, it's always a good idea with that, because it kind of see yellow one. There you go, no metric here. You have to twist it, you have to do it in the vice grip. So literally, that's going to go back in there, but we'd apply some Loctite on that.
Oh,
They're
right.
typically green.
Yes, yeah.
Typically green.
Glow stick's no good then, is it? Or is it okay?
Green is probably the best one to use because it's a bobby to get off, and that's the whole point.
Yeah, exactly.
And that just needs nipping up. Okay.
So that's the one that needs heating and to be moved.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, sometimes you don't need to. Other times, what I tend to do is I use a crappy key and I heat the key up. And just place it in there.
Yeah, you need trouble.
Let the heat yeah.
And then it loses it off, yeah.
The problem is sometimes you start using flame, it's heating everything up.
Exactly.
Seals and what have you. Hopefully there's a spring behind you, and hopefully it's still there. It didn't fall out. There is a spring behind there. Next thing we want to do. Just make sure that's. You see that spring? Just pulling that along back. That's what causes that. It's a bit sloppy because we haven't put the adjuster back in yet. Now what we're going to do is we're going to install the barrel, and there's a reason for that. There's an over somewhere. Just make sure what's the there. Yeah. You got it in on nice. Yeah. And this will make sense. Install the barrel. Okay, you see the indents there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That tells us that transfer port will be aligned when the gun goes back together. Okay. I know I'm taking your job over here, but I'm trying to speak a little bit. The short ones go in the bottom of the breech. Just needs nipping, that's all it needs. Okay?
Yeah.
And then you've got the transfer port. And that's why I wanted the barrel in there, because that's where the transfer port is.
Okay.
I want to fit this first, and I'll show you for why in one moment. Now the reason I want to fit that first is because when this goes back in, it'll rest against the transfer port, so it doesn't go flying all over the place, yeah? So remember, it's that way down because that's your activator for your magazine. So
yeah.
you're used to seeing that come back in a gun, aren't you, back and forth?
Yeah.
So literally, line it up with the activator, push it back. And that's why I put the barrel in, because the transfer port's stopping that from springing out.
Exactly. So I can see the point.
Yeah.
That does make sense for me.
That's the reason behind it. It just makes life easier. It might fall out and it's upside down, but it's like not. Right, so the long ones next. These are slightly longer than the underneath ones, the ones on the bottom. Again, you can still see the indents.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as you can see indent, you know the transfer port's in alignment. And the second one, never have to tighten this stuff too much. I mean, no, just that's it. Really.
Just a slight nip, yeah.
That's it. Right. Bearing and little ball bearing. That's your bolt tensioner, which we haven't got in there at the minute. Okay.
Yeah.
So we drop a bearing in there. Bearing in mind that would be all greased up normally.
Yeah.
Bearings in.
Yeah.
Spring on top. Whenever you strip the breech block, remember to remove those because you won't find them afterwards. You just won't. Bolt tensioner. I had a smaller key than that. So I was using this one before. How I normally do it, well that's not it. That's it. That's the what I generally do, I put some weak Loctite, like blue Loctite on that before I screw it down, and then before it goes dry, I'll adjust the bolt, have it till it feels right. When it feels right. And of course that will just dry then.
Yep.
You can put grease on it, just don't pull it out, and then just put some smear of grease about that long, and then as you use it, it'll just nice and smooth. If you put it on the entire length, the grease can it gets hot down inside here, causing consistency. You're going to want to grease.
And it attracts grit.
It does.
Well, I thought that's true.
And we see people do that all the time.
That's the worst thing, isn't it?
Well, they do work with grit because I flung
The common one as well, people will use oil.
oil. Oh, Christ.
And that just goes everywhere.
Yeah, that.
And another common problem that we see a lot of. Now, on a lot of the modern guns, you've just got 2 screws and the barrel's out. Yeah, so if you want to clean, I don't bother with cleaning barrels, just shoot the rubbish out of them. But those that do like to clean barrels, on the modern, the later guns, if you like, you'd only have the 2 pins, the barrel comes out, very easy to clean. The problem with cleaning them in the gun, particularly people that use pull-throughs, which is my preferred method if I'm honest, is as you're feeding the cord up the barrel, it's poking out the breech, you got your little wraps, bit of cleaner or whatever you use, oil generally like V90, that Napier stuff. You'll pull it back, but of course when you're pulling it back, all that oil is also going down the transfer port.
Yeah. Oh, right.
That's why it's essential just to get it, just to dampen your pull through your cloth.
Yeah.
Never soak it at all.
And if you want to go crazy, if it's a modern gun, just take the 2 screws out, remove the barrel. Because then when you draw it through, it's always going to dry every time.
That's right, yeah.
Right, your next feat of brilliance is we need to pop this back together, okay?
Right.
So you need to align that inside
Yeah.
that O-ring. Normally there'd be a little bit of silicone on there normally, but
It just fits, just
so
drop straight.
this literally, you need to sort of drop that back in, and it must go flat. When it goes flat, you know you've done. You'll feel it actually. You'll feel
Yeah,
it.
because that, you're going to go in there, isn't it?
Correct. Yeah, you'll feel it when it goes. Is it rocking or is it put?
Yeah,
that's it,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
it.
felt it go.
Yeah.
I felt it go. First screws to put in. These are all the ones back from yesterday. In fact, if you hold that, I'll just spin these up quick. And always use a correct size screwdriver, otherwise these screws get damaged very easily. I'm not using the correct screwdriver, that's because I'm throwing it back together.
Do you sell the service bits?
That is a conversation. Generally speaking, yes, we do sell service tools, but you need accreditation for them.
Ah.
That's normal. Whether the factory's doing something special, I honestly couldn't tell you about that today. But you'll find out when you get back there anyway.
I've noticed them screws are virtually like in line, aren't they? You know what
I know. Did you notice how I did that? It just happens. It's a talent. Anti-tamper at the rear. And it's the rear that you'll pull down first.
You see, unless you've got the actual tools to remove the anti-tampers, you can't do any of this anyway yourself.
No. FAC you can, obviously, because there's no anti-tamper in FAC.
How many do you see that come back that have been butchered by people?
Oh, what? In
Trying
terms of
to-
they've had the gun apart and
Yeah.
tried to disguise it?
Yeah,
Regular.
Yeah.
imagine that.
It's like people try to, on the early ones, you could
You just nip these.
make the
Just nip,
transfer
yeah.
port bigger. That was an old recipe for years ago in Mark 1 and Mark 2. But on these, if you just, it's such as the tolerances that if you start trying to drill it, you go straight into the
That's
valve
gonna be good old English.
completely.
Yeah,
So you don't need to.
There's always witness marks.
There is, you
Always.
can't. And if that's the thing, wrecking the valve due to get the transfer port.
Even the forensic side, because there is a forensic side to this, because obviously we are contacted by the constabularies when needed, and we have to look for the witness. So yeah, we can't say when it happened, but that's what's changed.
Next thing, I got a phone call from the Child Protection
There we go, Dave. And it works.
There you go.
Now, can we go through that once more, just as a reminder?
Absolutely.
Oh, brilliant.
Gareth is now going to strip down half of the release. You said I picked the one.